Authorizations and assignments. 1. Financial agreement, guarantee of payment, all patients. In consideration of services, assignments of benefits, and care rendered, I agree that I am responsible for any and all charges billed by Mount Sinai Beth Israel and/or Mount Sinai Brooklyn, MSBI, MSB, with respect to such services and care unless the contracts between MSBI, MSB, and my insurance company provides otherwise, and/or unless otherwise provided by law. In the event that the requested services are not specifically authorized by my insurance company, I agree to pay for all services as agreed upon, unless otherwise provided by law. I authorize payment of medical benefits to which I am entitled directly to MSBI, MSB to cover the cost of the care and treatment rendered to myself or my dependents in the hospital. Upon receipt of an MSBI MSB bill, I agree to immediately pay all amounts not covered by insurance unless otherwise provided by law. If any insurance I have rejects my claim or pays part of the claim, I shall be responsible for payment of any balance as determined by MSBI MSB immediately upon learning of such coverage, unless otherwise provided by law. 2. Release of information. In the event my insurer denies payment to MSBI MSB for services rendered to me, I hereby give my consent to have an authorized representative of MSBI MSB contact my insurer and to provide to my insurer all information and documentation regarding the services rendered to me by MSBI MSB, which may be required in order for my insurer to reevaluate its decision to deny payment for such services. I authorize MSBI MSB, my treating physician, and their respective designees to use and disclose my health information for all necessary treatment, payment, and healthcare operations purposes. I acknowledge that my health information may include information relating to mental illness and/or AIDS, ARC, HIV, and that any such information may be disclosed, including examination and copying in either hard copy or digital format, to insurers, various credit agencies, and/or guarantors solely if needed for payment of MSBI MSB charges and/or professional charges. No clinical information will be disclosed to any credit agency. 3. Medicare release of information and assignment of benefits. Medicare only Part A and Part B providers. I certify that the information given by me in applying for payment under Title 18 of the Social Security Act is correct. I authorize any holder of medical or other information about me to release to the Social Security Administration and Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services or its intermediaries or carriers any information, including information relating to mental illness and/or AIDS, ARC, HIV, needed for this or a related Medicare claim. I request that payment of authorized benefits be made on my behalf. I assign benefits payable to physicians, and/or MSBI, MSB services to the physicians, or organizations providing the services. 4. Insurance network provider notice pursuant to NYS out-of-network law. I understand that MSBI, MSB are participating providers in many health plan networks, and that a list of the plans that MSBI, MSB participates in can be found at http://www.mountsinaihealth.org/static_files/MSHL/files/FEB16 contracted payers percentage sign 20MSB-MSBI.PDF. I understand that physicians and other providers who render services at MSBI, MSB may be employed by or contracted by MSBI, MSB, or may be independent practitioners who are not employed or contracted by MSBI, MSB. I further understand that physicians, providers who provide services at MSBI, MSB may not participate in the same health plans as MSBI, MSB, even if they are employed by or contracted by MSBI, MSB. I understand that charges for physicians, providers, professional services performed at MSBI, MSB are not included in MSBI, MSB's charges, and that physicians, providers may bill for their professional services separately from MSBI, MSB, even if they are employed by or contracted by MSBI, MSB. I understand that I can check with a physicians arranging for my hospital services to determine 1. The name, practice name, mailing address, and telephone number of any other physician practice whose services will be arranged by the physician, and 2. Whether the services of physicians who are employed or contracted by MSBI, MSB to provide services, including anesthesiology, pathology, and/or radiology, are reasonably anticipated to be provided to me. I understand that I can determine the health plans participated in by physicians who are employed by MSBI, MSB by accessing the Find a Doctor toolbar at http://www.mountsinaihealth.org and navigating to physicians' profiles to view their insurance participation information. I understand that I can obtain contact information for physician groups contracted by MSBI to provide hospital services at MSBI by visiting http://www.mountsinaihealth.org/about-the-health-system/insurance-info/MSBI. I understand that I can obtain contact information for physician groups contracted by MSB to provide hospital services at MSB by visiting http://www.mountsinaihealth.org/about-the-system/insurance-info/MSB. I have read, understand, and agree with the above items. Signature of patient or authorized representative, date, time, print name of patient authorized representative, relationship if signed by person other than patient, signature of witness, date, time, print signature of witness.